Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. This week, Gemini, it's spiritual success and activation. We are going to ask, what area of your life do you feel the most disheartened or blocked in? How this block is shaping the course of your life, what you can activate in your life right now, and how you can address your worries. So I hope it's not too noisy out there. I just opened the window because it's just so beautiful out. And of course, whenever I open the window, everybody starts cutting their grass and weed whacking. And I hope it's not too bad. So we're going to start with the Archangels, Gemini, and then we're going to go into the Good Tarot. I'm sorry if I'm sitting kind of quiet in your reading. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the 4th time I've tried to do your reading. And there's something about your energy that feels really ungrounded, where it's difficult for me to, and I finally, I don't know, I have to be careful with it. I don't know how to describe your energy right now. It feels like, when I say ungrounded, like way ahead of yourself in some ways, like maybe there's something that you want to do and you're almost ahead of yourself. And I'm just trying to bring this energy down and ground it. So, and a couple times, the first couple times I thought, gosh, maybe it's just me. But then I would walk away and I'm like, I'm fine. And then the minute I get into your reading, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Very, it's almost like over-invigorated. Yeah, it's almost like over-invigorated. What's coming out as I say that? You are safe. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So I don't know, maybe you're feeling a little tense. Maybe you're I don't know, whoever that message is for. If you're not feeling safe, you are safe. Obviously, always take the proper precautions. Prosperity is coming out again. I sit down to do your reading and it's like the cards are just flying out. The energy is just, is this the one? Yeah, all right. So, warning. Is this the, which bowls are these? I have so many singing bowls. Which one is this? Whatever, it's the one here. It must be meant for me to use. Okay, if you're really sensitive to higher pitched sounds, or you have earphones or buds in, just put down the sound a little bit. I'm just going to try to clear the air, a bit for here, but your energy, it's difficult to ground and to simmer down. It's almost like the silence that comes in after those tones, where you feel the strength in that vibration. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one too. Holy shit. that feels better. I hope it helped you. I hope it helped all of us here, because this is really, this energy is quite intense. Actually, after the last bowl, oh, there's the other bowl that I wanted. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is my bowl of all bowls. After that last bowl, I had, I don't know how to describe it, except it's like, you know, if you hear a lawnmower, but it was funny that I would say that, right? As I open the reading, warning you about the sounds that could be coming in from outside. It's almost like a lawnmower, but way off in the distance. And it's this kind of like a hum of a motor. And periodically I would get that in meditations when I really clear everything. And it's usually when I'm practicing like Om, like that vibration and feeling it out. And I got that with that bowl there. So it's almost like there's so much energy that wants to come into your reading. It's almost overwhelming. And it's not to calm that energy down so much as it is to filter out all the other static. So because of the combination of outside static and this energy that's trying to come into your reading, it's just too much. So it's like clearing the static. I'm going to do one more. I would have already put a time at the bottom when this reading actually starts, because I know some people aren't interested in this part of it. But I don't know. I feel like it could be really helpful because, yeah, your energy, it's intense. I don't know, maybe there's a message for you and it's coming in on a certain channel. It needs to be really, really clear, perhaps. This is a really interesting singing bowl. I got it actually at a place, I don't remember what it's called, Niagara-on-the-Lake here in Ontario, Canada. And it's made of multiple metals. And it's the only singing bowl I've ever seen like this. And its frequency, I find, will shift. Its tone will shift depending on A, who's holding it, and B, what seems to be the energy that needs to be kind of balanced. So let's see what we get with you here. Yeah, it just feels so good. Okay. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready, Gemini? Okay. I hope we helped kind of clear the static, ground the energy. area of your life you're disheartened or feel the most blocked in? Wait a second. It's almost like you feel kind of contained. Or maybe that's what this energy is. Like you're trying to bust out of something because you feel disheartened about being protected. And being guarded. Being home. How does this block shape the course of your life? Counselor. You are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. I want to also say that some of you could be like counselors of some sort here, and you could deal with really negative energies. You know, just listening to people. You could do Reiki healing. And like maybe you worry about some of these energies seeping into your own life. This is so curious, right? Like this protection energy. And here I am doing like 3 different singing bowls and just trying to ground this. And it's not, there's times where I sit down and I do readings and it's just not happening. It's just not coming and I'll walk away. Sometimes it's later in the day. Sometimes it's not that day. I'm not getting that with this reading though. That's what's, I guess as a reader, a little bit like, I don't know if frustrated is the right word, because I feel like I'm supposed to be sitting down and doing this reading, but there's obviously steps that need to happen in this reading that are not just about my process. It's like something else here, like doing the singing bowls. I want to say there's 2 ways this comes through for me, is that for some of you, I feel like you're feeling overprotected. Like the universe is or has set up some scenarios where you feel like you have limited choices. And one of us is almost like stuck at home energy here. And then others of you, I feel like you're engaged in some things that may put you into kind of toxic scenarios. And you may worry about like, maybe you're certain things going on in your life and you're like, is that toxicity seeping into my life? I don't think so. You may feel also, I just want to say there's like a sense of being controlled by or confined by the universe. Because too, this angel, the way he's like pushing down on that person's shoulders, like it's not even pushing down, it's just holding them there. It's just the oddest thing. Like I'm seeing somebody who's stuck at home with like a broken leg or something. Maybe not able to go into work or not able to go to see friends or something like that. But yet it's almost like they still come to you for advice. It's just odd. And it's almost like, you know, if somebody's telling you they have a problem, and if you're dealing with that person face to face in the problem, let's say they just don't know how to put a lawnmower together. I'm talking about lawnmowers today. And do you know how difficult it could be, right? Like to say, okay, you need a Phillips screwdriver number 10. I don't know if that's a thing. And then you need to attach the left back wheel before you attach the right back wheel. As opposed to like sitting beside the person and say, okay, see this? There's something like that here. Almost, and which is in some ways you could say, yeah, but Gemini is really good at speaking. Gemini is like kind of like that, like chatty. But there's some, yeah. Okay. What can you activate in your life right now? Clear cognizance. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay. Now, as this reading continues to develop, I feel like more like you're being counseled. Like how this block is shaping the course of your life. You're being counseled by your own angels and guides here. That you are meant to kind of utilize this to counsel others in some way. But I do feel as though you are... It's like you're not allowed to spread your wings as much as you would like to right now. So how can you address your worries or alleviate them? Peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So anything else, so filter out everything, wow, right? Like filter out all of the static. The only thing that is real here is love. Everything else will be broken down and broken apart. Hello from heaven, gifts from God. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. We angels, gifts from God. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. That's interesting, these last two cards, because blessings from heaven and open your arms to receive these gifts from your creator, from source, your higher good. There's something that you know you need to do. Be courageous in this. There's like almost an angel here to guide you in that so that you can receive your blessings. So there might be something that you need to do to receive a blessing. Either you're anxious about it or you're feeling like incapacitated and unable to do it. But I too, it would be, because of this card, like to address your worries with peace is to know like that there's anything that you are worried about that could be standing in your way of achieving certain goals. It's like everything that is not part of love will drop away. And even if it's the goal, honestly, I was talking to a friend about this, and we're because her and I practice different manifestation things, or we have been. One of the things I was saying to her, the Two of Earth and the Two of Cups, well, that's interesting, right? Like choices over what is really for you. I said, when my birthday came this year, I was really like thinking about what do I want to wish for when I blow out my candles. And this is interesting to think about because we're coming into Gemini season soon for you guys. And I thought to myself, I really don't know. And part of me thought, I don't know what to wish for because I don't want to wish for something that isn't my happiness. And I don't always know, like where I am right now might not be the frame of mind that I need for where I'm going to be in the future if I want ultimate happiness. So I thought about this. I thought, you know what? I always wish for health and prosperity and things like that. And I thought, I don't need to wish for that shit. I don't need to wish for anything except happiness. And I know that happiness still comes from within, but in terms of like putting a projection out to the universe, like things that I would like to bring into my life, I'm just wishing for happiness. Because if I'm wishing for happiness, health is a given, prosperity is a given, healthy relationships are a given. I'm just wishing for happiness. Universe, you look after the rest of it. So, right? And it's kind of like that. Like how you can address your worries is peace. Everything else will fall away because love is happiness. It is the love that we have within ourselves. It is the love that we experience outside of ourselves that are in conjunction with that frequency, right? So I thought that. All you really need to wish for in any manifestation practice is happiness. Because there are times where we wish for things and we think we want them and then we get them and like, oh, I don't know about this, right? Just wish for happiness. That's it. I mean, it honestly is. It's so simple. And I think about like all the things that I've studied and read about manifestation. Just wish for happiness because you can't be happy and unhealthy, right? So you're going to get that. You can't be happy and be worried about paying your bills. So you're going to get prosperity. You can't be happy. And maybe like certain partnerships like that, you'll find they'll come to you. So you got to do the Tower. Oh my God. like peace and happiness, and you pull out the Tower for the area of your life you're disheartened about. Okay. The Tower, the King of Air, the Two of Earth. Well, this is kind of like coming up out of the rubble, coming up from underneath the rubble with a clear mind. But it's kind of, I want to say, let's be honest and practical here, because there's choices here. There's choices. There's really practical balances that you are in the moment considering and kind of like working through and negotiating. Being really clear about what you want to keep in your life, what you don't want to keep in your life, what you want to invest in, what you don't want to invest in. But it's kind of weird because I feel almost as if there's just some energy where it feels like the universe is got you the spiritual lockdown. You guys had that last week. That's making sense. Because this isn't it. It's still this energy. But it's, I don't know. I don't remember that. I just remember yeah, the title of that. It was a spiritual lockdown. Because here, it's like a lot of stuff has been dismantled. Maybe you've dismantled stuff. Something here has happened and you see pretty freaking clear. But, you know, it's like, well, you can't. It's almost like you see something really clearly. But, well, I'll tell you, today I got to do this and I got to do that. You have to balance things really careful. And it's right, like this card, it's like there's all this dust in it. Like, you know, the rubble of this tower coming down. Here, I'll show you. There you go. The Tower, the King of Air, and the Two of Pentacles. You're still in this lockdown. Okay. So how does this block shape the course of your life? You have Counselor. What am I doing? I'm pulling from the... No, this whole reading is cuckoo bunga. It's just like everything about it. I know you haven't seen my process for the last 3 or 4, but even Lily and I were talking like, oh, I got this energy, Lily. That's my dog. Okay, the King of Earth. We have lots of conversations. She looks at me. She's like, yeah, she's a good listener. The Knight of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. This is still that energy. What is this? It's like you have solutions here, but you have to somehow utilize those solutions at a distance. And I get this distance because of the block. You know, it could be. It could be like your car broke down, you can't go into work, everybody has problems, and you're dealing with them through text, email, and phone. It has that feeling like you can't be in the soup. And I'm saying it because you have the King of Earth and the Eight of Earth here. This is like somebody who knows exactly what to do. And they know how to do it. And with the Messenger of Water there, that's the Knight of Cups. It's almost like you know that you need to love what you're doing, or you need, like, because this is the counseling. You're counseling somehow from a distance and coming from your heart to apply it in really practical ways. But I feel like your hands are tied somehow, right? Like you can tell someone how to build the lawnmower, but you can show them how to build it through love. Like if you love to do that, you love to work with your hands, you love to problem solve. Clear cognizance. The Emperor. Oh, this is how you can activate your life right now. Patience. And the Five of Earth. Yeah, you're really being challenged spiritually here. Spiritually and intellectually. And beyond. What do I want to say? It's not so much beyond realms. or realities. But maybe there's one that's opened. And the reality of this is really strong. And there's all this static in the air. Because this is the leadership energy that you have, and it's the patience, right? Like the Five of Earth, like you've been taken out of it. It's almost like, oh, I have a feeling this is happening. I have a feeling that is happening. This is what's playing out in my head. It's like a surgeon. I want to say like a neurosurgeon, like a brain surgeon or someone. And they've broken their leg and they can't go in. And it's like the leg is, I don't know, it's even in, what do they call that? You know, like bolts and stuff, and you can't move it. And like, so somebody's got to do these surgeries. So it's almost like another surgeon doing a surgery for you. And talking them through it, talking them through the surgery, because you can't be there to do the surgery. But what's coming in with what you can activate in your life right now is to pay attention to your intuition. Because this almost feels like this surgeon, you the surgeon with the broken leg, sitting at home and not able to do something. It's like, if you have a feeling that, oh my God, I have a feeling that they're going to forget about the da-da-da-da artery going along the cha-cha-cha. Because I don't know any of these terms, but it's just like I see it. I don't know what the fuck it's called. And like, you got to go with this, right? Pay attention. If you feel like something's not right, you're right. If you feel like something's not right, you're probably right. But this is so interesting. The Emperor's got the 4, right? And Patience has 14. 1 and 4 is 5. And then you end up in the 5. When an Emperor is patient, it's inevitable that they end up powerless. But this powerless energy is meant to create power, and again, I want to say like your clear cognizance, your intuition. And it could be, you know, like this could be manifesting in many different ways. It could be like, maybe you've left your kids home alone for the first time and they're like calling you, like you've gone away for a weekend or something, and they're calling you and they're asking like, how do I cook a roast, Mom? You're like, why are you cooking a roast? I left food in the freezer. You just have to thaw it and more. So we want to cook a roast, and like trying to talk them through it. And then you get this feeling like, oh, I feel like I should phone the kids because I have a feeling they probably forgot to turn the oven off, right? Like, there's something here about you have a know-how and you are somehow separated from being able to really get your hands into it. It's still reflective of that reading I did for you last week of the spiritual lockdown. All right, peace. I don't know. If my kids, I'd make the call. Make sure you've turned the oven off. The messenger of fire. So, Queen of Earth, the 5 of water, the 5 of cups. There's that energy again about being disconnected, disappointed, peace. Oh, there's the 9 of air. There you go. The Fool and the 9 of air. Yeah. You're walking something new here. It's taking everything you know and asking you to utilize it, but with your hands tied behind your back. That's what this energy is. Now, the peace, how to address this? Remember that only love is real. I feel like if there's any sort of disappointment that is kind of like, it could even be a temporary disappointment. You know, feeling like you got to go in and fix something, or you're going to have to go in and fix something. Like you'll have to go in and redo the surgery. I want to say it's almost like it's okay. Interesting. You have the King of Earth here with how this is shaping the course of your life, with the Messenger or the Knight of water. And then you have the Queen of Earth over here with only love is real, with the Messenger of fire. Whatever this message, okay, something's not getting through. Something's getting lost in translation. That's what this is. Something's getting lost in translation, right? Like translation is something that I would say would be how you would describe. How is this card here? Temperance. It's so weird. Like, what are you? These two decks weren't even sitting beside each other. Patience. Temper yourself. That's crazy. Something's getting lost in translation here. All right. I'm really curious about this Tower moment. The Tower. Care of your life. The Ace of Pentacles and the Star. Dang, it's like you get exactly what you want in the way you want it. But then I feel like something's off about the timing or how you can manage some sort of achievement here. Oh, it is. It's like you got that promotion. Okay, it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Hopefully they're not cycling through people like 1, 2, 3. Who's next? It's okay, you're in charge of this group at work, or you're going to get to do this community-based project, right? For your town or your city or something. So excited. You know what to do. You got it. And then you break your leg, a contraction. You're in contraction and you can't go. And it's just that keeps coming up. Like, so it's almost like you're trying to lead something from a distance. You got it, but now you're managing it in a way that feels very awkward. The King of Air. The Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups. There's that creative hands-on approach, right? And you don't have that. You don't have access to that. That creative hands-on approach. There is an emotional investment here too. That's not allowed. I want to say you couldn't even communicate this through phone, because there's so much is lost in communication with like text and email, because we don't get body language, we don't get voice tone. And those two things right there, body language and tone of voice, pauses and set, like you can try to create that with emojis and dots and stuff like that, but it's just not the same. Like, that's like 90% of communication. Two of Earth. Right, and this is how something also gets lost in translation with this King of Air. Because the Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups, you can't even incorporate like a tiny bit of the Ten of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Seems like you're trying to keep happiness in a group project or something that you're responsible for or building. Ugh. The Two of Earth, like really trying to do this. You could even be trying to, if you've got like some sort of an issue in your family with siblings, or it's almost like you're the mediator too. Like you have counselor. It's like you're the mediator and something is lost in translation because your hands are tied behind your back. The King of Earth. Oh, there's another card from that deck. Is this something going on here? Is this magic? Because I looked again and I did not. What is this? So weird. The Ace of Cups. The King of Earth. Oh, see, something lost in translation. See, he's sitting here. The cups. The cups. The cups are lost in translation. The intention is lost in translation. Oh, the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Boy, there's a lot of kings there. That's like, whoa, you're like, you got all the kings out. You got them all. You are. You got the King of Air. You got the King of Earth. You got the King of Wands. You got the King of Cups, right? And what does that produce? It produces the Emperor. But they're like in different spots here. They're like being pulled in different directions, these energies of you. They're being pulled in different directions. Oh, you can go back to the other deck now. I'm going to look again. I swear there's no other cards. Who did that? There's nobody else here except Larry and Lily. Oh. All right. It's even like coaching a football team, like watching it on a monitor and trying to like send messages. Just like, I'm frustrated. The Messenger of Water. Trying to get love into, look at this. And you got the Lovers and the Two of Swords. Lost in translation. The Eight of Earth. Judgment. This is a new beginning. I can't change this message. It's just, and I don't know how specific it's going to be for some of you, but honest to goodness, and it is like somebody that is specialized, like a surgeon, because you're pulling out all the kings. And I do want to say like a healthy surgeon, a healthy, like somebody who's not doing something just because they're narcissistic and it boosts their ego and it gives them, feeds their God complex, right? Like, because it could be sometimes associated with some people in the medical industry. But this is somebody who, like, I know at what time I need to just listen to what my patient is saying and like hear them from the soul. Although, the doctors that I know will say that there is always that there. You can't get too emotionally involved, and that makes a lot of sense. But there's just like, when you got to like utilize a bit of that here. And then when you just have the drive and you got to get in there and do it. And sometimes you have to blaze a trail and try something that's never been tried before, because otherwise this person's just going to die anyway. So let's just try it. Let's just do it, right? Like the King of Wands. And then the King of Swords, you've got, what has been proven to work and what has not been proven to work. And you understand that 100%. And the King of Earth, this is somebody too that I want to say would really manage like the operating room. Like, you've got the right anesthesiologist, you've got all the best nurses on hand. And there's something here. It's so fucking frustrating. I don't know what. It's just... Okay, what can you activate in your life right now? Emperor, Patient, 5. So, you know what? I'm going to tell you. It is actually to step away from it. That, I think, is the best thing for you to do. Is to step away from it. Use your cognizance. Don't be in it. Because that's what this speaks to me. All of that energy... all of those kings getting lost in translation is this power. Just let it be. Like, just hold it, patience. I mean, hold it back in some way with patience in the Five of Pentacles. The Emperor. Oh, the Ten of Wands. It's like, oh, Lord. The Ten of Wands. The Devil. Right? of not being able to do something. And it just creates like toxicity. Here's the other thing too I want to say. It's like, I think why this is coming through in the activating your life right now is to hold this Emperor energy back, disconnect it from whatever this frustration is, because I was literally hearing, nobody does it better. And no, that song is like from one of those James Bond movies. Nobody does it like you. But that's what I'm picking up here. Like, you could tell somebody how to, like if you were coaching, like let's say you're the manager of something and you're up sick at home and you're trying to coach a supervisor how to talk to somebody a certain way so that it appeases maybe a group conflict or something, right? Like, I was just trying to think of like the nuance of personality and how important that can be. They go in there doing what they think you told them to do, and it's like, holy fuck, no, it was before. Patience. The Ace of Swords. See, to produce this clarity, you need time. You can't. I don't know. The Five of Earth. I'm just ready to throw my hands up on this reading. Look at this. The King of Earth and the High Priestess. See, the King of Earth, he's got all the experience. I'm telling you, there's all the experience here. Knowing exactly how to apply it in a very practical manner here. Knowing when it's time, how to lead with it, which part of yourself you should be leading with. Messenger fire. See? It's lost in translation because how do you address your worries? This here, there's the queen. Okay, there's like a queen of earth here. So I want to say it could be somebody. It's either someone that you're trying to resolve an issue with or somebody that it's the person you're communicating to resolve an issue. I don't know. The Five of Wands and the Knight of Wands, right? There's no emotion there at all. Like, emotionally speaking, that's just down the toilet. Something is lost in translation. Creates the wrong impression. The Queen of Earth. The Knight of Swords. The other thing this is, it's like trying to tell somebody you love them through somebody else indirectly. And it gives completely the wrong impression. And then this person moves in a different direction. I'm saying this person because you're coming out with all these kings and all of a sudden there's a queen here. So the only thing that is real, I want to say too, in somebody's eyes here is love. Because this is like conflict. This is maybe games. And right, a Knight of Swords, it doesn't hesitate to go into, I'd rather be disappointed. I don't know what happened there. It's interesting. This reading is something, this is very encrypted, I feel like too. The Five of Water. The Page of Pentacles and the Empress. What are you showing up as, right? Like this Emperor with all this king energy. That has to be kind of like put on hold, distanced. Somebody's either disappointed in a child or somebody's childlike behavior. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. This is one of the harder readings I feel like I've ever done. The Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Death card, and the Ten of Pentacles. Love is impractical. Love doesn't make sense. Love, yeah. There's a nuance here that's lost in translation. It can't be translated. It can't. I don't know. So that's what I have. I'm going to go do the extended, Gemini. In the extended, I'm using the Kippa deck. I'm going to use the Kipper. And I think I'm going to use the, what do you have? So you have child at the bottom. Community child. Isn't that interesting? A child in the community, a community of the child. Oh, and what do we have here? The star. And that's reversed. Yeah, I'm doing the extended. And in the extended, I'm using the Kippa and the Rider-Waite Tarot. And it's just open to see what comes out. Man, that was something. I don't know how long this went on for, but I was some reading, Gemini. Thank you so much, Gem Gem. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.